Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you I fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it. My favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet. Who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm off ball for these. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna. Yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got. You ain't go. Say less. Say less. Say less.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. And Tom Savage's Texans going up against Dalton's Bengals.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There's Savage on first down. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So after the sack of Savage, the Texans with a 3rd and long forthcoming.
Here we go now.
A play fake to Miller. Now Savage. It's hauled in by Ellington. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Again, it's Miller. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Lamar Miller went to Houston to be the lead running back, the featured guy, but still, I think Coach Bill O'Brien might have felt he overused him a little bit in the season. His touches were way up.
Yeah, he was on pace for over 400, a lot of bumps and bruises, maybe on a little bit of a pitch count here in the early going.
Could also be the reason Houston drafted Dante Foreman out of Texas, maybe to ease the load a little bit.
Here is Savage. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a play fake, and it's Savage. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
All right, here we go. No, check. Patriot.
Again, it's Foreman. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Savage. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction. I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Passing, it's Dalton. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the left-footed punter in his 9th year, Kevin Huber, on to kick. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A first down carry now for Miller. He'll have another first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down following the run.
Back to the Philly. Here we go. Here we go. Lampard. Here we go. Lampard. Green.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's got room. Lamar Miller. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 82 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Dalton off play action. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about it.
And a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Second down, Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down, Dalton hitting LaFell.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Dalton, first and 10. That's complete right around the 8. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On second down, here's Miller. Oh, and now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Bengals grab it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And that one makes it 14-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Miller. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now it's Savage. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And they'll run for it with Miller. And some space here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Looking to throw. Yates. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, fighting off the defender. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he finds Tyler Croft. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set. And it'll be Dalton again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And that's complete to LaFell. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. The final act of the first half. Dalton. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And Dalton to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Vontaze Burfict. Coming hard on the blitz, he dumps him for a loss of 8. Now it's Miller running right. 17 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And back to the air. Savage on second down. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second down is Savage. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
All right, now look at 56. Hurry up, here we go. Here we go.
Play action. It's Savage. Hopkins, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Savage now on 2nd. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Savage wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run. It's Miller, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. His throw incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on.
What?
Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
In motion comes the tight end left. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Shift together here from the D-line. Play action here with Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DJ Reader busting through to get him for a loss of 6. It's second down. Dalton looking. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth-quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand.
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side here with Miller. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Here's a give to Miller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a handoff to Miller. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Flushed out right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
You've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
We certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Foreman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw here, Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw on third down, Dalton. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. Tukuafu. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, That rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Houston, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.